Zimbabweans are scratching their heads wondering why the Trump administration has ordered the U.S. Embassy in Zimbabwe to pause processing of all routine visa applications for travel to the U.S. As of August 7, 2025, most visas will not be processed for travel to the U.S. from Zimbabwe, an African country in the continent's southern region. This temporary measure is reportedly a part of the Trump administration's efforts to prevent visa overstay and misuse, and excludes most diplomatic and official visas. At this time, it is unclear when this will subside for Zimbabweans wanting to travel to the U.S. For now, any plans that Zimbabweans might have to travel to the U.S. will remain grounded indefinitely. Here's more on this story.
U.S. President Donald Trump has shaken up global diplomacy, as we know, in the 7 months since his return to the White House. From tariff hikes to immigration, Trump has spared no nation with his radical foreign policy. And he continues with the United States' decades-long uneasy relationship with Zimbabwe, this time banning the issuing of visas at the Harare embassy, citing misuse and overstays as the reason. ENCA's correspondent Pindai Dube tells us more.
The U.S. State Department has suspended all routine immigrant and non-immigrant visa services to Zimbabwe. But the issuing of other official and diplomatic visas is not affected.
I think it is unfortunate that the American government has got an obsession with immigration issues. I think all countries, in democratic countries, must encourage inter-country movements. However, it is also incumbent upon citizens of especially Zimbabwe that they don't abuse immigration regulations. And one thing that is important to acknowledge in terms of implementation of immigration laws globally is not to interfere and dissuade inter-country movement of students, because knowledge sharing and education is a universal right.
This move by the Trump administration is a setback for relations between the two countries.
Well, it's an unfortunate development in the sense that we have been seeing what appeared to be an improvement between the relationship between the Zimbabwean government and the U.S. government under President Donald Trump. And this move to essentially restrict visa processing for Zimbabweans, I think it sends a negative message in terms of a relationship that was growing more positively. We are aware that the Zimbabwean government, I think, has made overtures, has reached out to the Americans to improve this relationship.
Zimbabwe has been under targeted economic sanctions since the early 2000s in response to the then President Robert Mugabe's land reform. Pindai Dube, Harare, Zimbabwe.